welcome to Make It with Alice, all about communications on this channel. I'm Alice, and today we're going to talk about how to speak when you feel a lot. Now let that sink in. You're a sensitive person, you're an empath, you understand energies and frequencies, you read the room, and then you're about to speak and all of a sudden you freeze or you overthink it. So I'm going to talk about strategies that you can digest, that you can take anywhere with you in this video. So let's get started. The first most important thing is to understand that all of us freeze, and to understand that it is perfectly normal. It is an automatic response in the body, a fight or flight freeze. We tend to do that when we're nervous, when we're scared. Our body reacts before our mind can process what just happened. So understand that this is going to happen and be aware and accept that. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want to put into context here before giving you some tips. So the first tip that's crucially important is that when you want to speak and all of a sudden you forget your lines, is to take a deep breath. You cannot control your body and what it does. It's automatic. You take a deep breath, okay? Second tip is, in case you forget your lines and in case you forget the points that you want to express yourself, I always have a notepad, a notes app in my phone, or an actual physical notepad because I can reference it. Somebody who has ADHD, like me, we forget our points very easily. We go on different tangents. So we eventually come back to the point. It's like we close the circle, the loop, but it's a wider circle, so it takes us some time. We're not linear thinkers, therefore we're not linear speakers. It's important to always carry a piece of paper or jot down those notes in your note-taking application on your phone. That's number 2. Number 3, what's important is always, if you get lost in the conversation, it's okay to ask, can you please repeat the question? Or, I'm sorry, I just zoned out, or I got distracted. Can you repeat that? This is essentially important for people who have neurodivergent minds, and sometimes they space out. I've done this so many times in the professional, personal setting. Don't worry, people won't judge you. And quite frankly, I have a brother who sometimes I have to repeat myself 3 times, and that's okay. The next and last piece of advice that I can give you that you can take home today, and it's the most important one, is always, if you can, visualize your conversation. I cannot tell you how important it is to visualize the outcome, and this is part of positive psychology. When you go into the room, into the interview, into the conversation, feeling positive, naturally you're relaxed. Okay, your cortisol levels go down. When your cortisol levels go down, you can think clearly. When you can think clearly, you can speak. And this is a bonus one, is that before you answer, take a breath, think before you speak. Now, for someone like me who has ADHD, I'm very impulsive. I had to learn how to communicate, and that started in my 30s because we're impulsive, we're distracted. We have a lot of stuff in our mind. It's rumination. We're thinking about too many things and we're just not getting it out there. A great exercise for, I guess this is bonus number 2, a great exercise is that before you have a serious conversation, in addition to writing down the points that you want to express, you're almost visualizing the conversation, you're rehearsing your points. That most important thing you can do is when you write down your points, you have clarity, okay? You are thinking positively, but you also have clarity on what you want to say so that you're not automatically just responding. You're taking a moment to pause, and it's okay if you don't want to respond to the question or the comment, just say, can I get back to you later? So these strategies and techniques serve in everyday life. It's the thing that we avoid and cringe on, but it is the thing that we need to do, the communication style that if we practice enough, it becomes inherent. becomes part of our habit and routine. And you can then go through many difficult situations in your life when you just adapt these few techniques and strategies that then become automatic for you. And it's like brushing your teeth and riding a bike. You just have to do it a couple of times, and next thing you know, you are a professional speaker or a communications coach. So I hope you found these tips valuable. Please leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. And we end each episode with do the best that you can every day.